Hey guys, back in the garage again working on scraps. Game plan for today. My son's gonna strip this door down to bare metal. He'll take care of that. He's gonna strip the trunk deck down. It's got a few little dents and dings here. I gotta cut this out over here. Weld in some new metal. And hopefully he can strip the top of this down. Because this stuff is just fighting. When it clogs the DA. Even this metal conditioning tool, it doesn't clog it, but that tool generally rips through this stuff pretty good, and it's a little bit of a fight. So I don't know what kind of paint it is, but it doesn't want to leave. So hopefully we won't fight him too much and he'll be able to take care of that. And while he's doing that, what I want to try to take care of is this right over here. I want to cut this out and cut this out and weld in new metal. I have no metal for you. I got a rocker right there, and I have another section of one right over there. So I'm just gonna cut this out and I'll graft a new one in. I'll weld it up. Same with this right here. I'll cut this here, I'll come around, I'll loop it around, I'll bring it back to the bolt again. And then I have to fix right there, the bottom of the rocker. And I have to plug weld around the wheelhouse right there. And then that's almost taking care of most of the metalwork on the car. I mean, there's going to be more that I'm going to have to hit, but you know, I want to just try to move forward on the car and try to get as much done on the bodywork and that fabrication. I know generally I'll weld everything. I'll go around, I'll fix that rocker before I even start on any of the bodywork. But sometimes you get a little burnt out. So you got to take a break from the welding and go to something else. And I don't mind, you know, it just keeps it interesting for me. So game plan, enough babbling. So game plan for today, we're going to get this stripped down. And we're going to finish up, hopefully, most of the body work, the fabrication. And just keep moving along. Just keep plugging away. Alrighty, let's get to work. Alright guys, I just want to show you what I did. I just laid out my tape, and I'll just run along the tape line right there. And I'll do the same right along the bottom. I'll cut this all out. I'll cut this section out here. But what I want to show you is when I was taking this bolt out, it snapped. And I knew it would. They usually do snap. So I'm going to show you how I cheat. I'm going to take this bolt with a nut on the bottom of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to weld this to where the old bolt was, right there. Then I'll cut, let me see, hold on a second. Then I'll cut that original part of the bolt off to where I could just thread this up. Right here. So it'll look like that. I'll thread it up to where the fender's secure again, and then I'll cut that bolt flush to the bottom of the nut. This way down the road, if you ever want to take that off, you can just unscrew the nut and it's ready to go. Or you can leave it there and it doesn't stand out. All right, so that's kind of my little cheat way on this. You know, on this particular type of car, you know, if it's a full restoration, then I'm cutting into that cage right there, and I put a new nut on the top so I could thread a new bolt in and everything like that. So, but for this, it'll work just fine. It'll look good. Nobody will ever know, and you know, and it'll still be functional. All right. So I just wanted to stop and show you. I expected this to break, and it was only one washer actually. I expected it to break, so I kind of had an idea what I was going to do before I even got started on it. So that's it. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. This way, when you're looking at me underneath there, welding this in, it's not, what's that welding over there? So I just wanted to show you. Okay? Now, let's get to work. Here we go. Hey guys, sorry about that. My battery went dead. My son was using that machine, the metal conditioning tool, on this. But it's so gummy, it's terrible. So they sell a wheel for this. It's like a big wire wheel brush, but it's a little more aggressive. So it should rip through that, and then maybe just hit it with the other wheel to maybe get any gouges that thing might leave, because it's pretty aggressive. So while he was doing that, he's out there now. Hopefully he'll get it and he'll be back soon. But in the meantime, I took the vacuum out. I measured up everything. I cut this piece of metal out. I vacuumed out everything in there. So this is the rocker right here. What I did was I cut the bottom short. So as it lays underneath there, I'll just take the cutoff tool and I'll run it right along that line, and then that'll give me the gap that I need to weld it off. And over here, this will tuck in. It's hard to show you with one hand. This will go in right there. I'll just weld it off. I'll bring it around nice and tight, and it'll be all the way through. So that's what I'm going to work on now. And then once that's done, I'm going to actually work on trying to fix that fender over there. I should be able to get it. Alrighty, back to work. There we go. All right, guys, it's the end of the day. Let's go over what we got done today. My son started stripping the store down. He went and got the new wheel for that metal conditioning tool. And this stuff is just, it's just so tough to take off. So just gonna strip that off right there. That should be done with that. Take a little bit of that off right there. I'll DA a lot of this down and strip it also. And as far as the trunk, just gonna abandon the trunk. It's just too beat up. All along here, it's too beat up. It's dented all over the place. You know, this car, it was in a rough neighborhood because every panel on this car has bumps and bruises on it. Every panel, it's amazing. So wherever it was, it took a beating. But, so this is what my son got done here. You know, started taking down a trunk deck. It's just, like I say, it's just no good. So while he was doing that, I was kind of bouncing back and forth. And I'm sorry, whenever my son and I, whenever we work together, I forget all about the camera going, and I just keep going and going and going. So sorry about that. So what else did we get done? Oh, I didn't actually plug weld this. I went from the inside, and I welded it across. I welded this down over here. I welded this back up again. So now I got to skim coat all of this here. And what else? Oh, put the rocker in. Just got to grind this down. I'm going to get one of those little mini belt sanders. They look pretty cool. And it looks like this is the perfect thing to use it on. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. See how it works. What else do we do? Oh, we got the patch panel in for the fender. Not too bad. So, and I got the bolt here. Now what I'm going to do is I'll tighten this nut right here. I'll spin the nut up. I'll tighten up the bottom of the fender. And whatever's sticking out past that nut, I'll just cut it flush. And it looks normal. So you'd never be able to tell that it's not threaded up. It'll just thread out now. You know, and the stud will stay there. So we got that done. And I think that's about it. Didn't get that much done today. It was a short day, but just all the little stuff in between was just, you know, it kind of just drags a little bit. But like I say, you know, every little bit helps. Every little bit gets these cars done. You don't have to cram on it every single day for 8 hours a day. I'm usually only out here, like I say, 4 to 5 hours a day. If I'm out here 6, 7 hours a day, that's a long day for me. So, you know, I just wanted to stop, show you where we are on scraps, and just keep you posted on what's going on. And tomorrow should be a decent day, I think. Most of the metalwork is done. I'll touch up whatever little bit of metalwork I have left, and I don't think it's really any at all now. It's just sanding and body filler. So, you know, that's pretty much where scraps is right now. But like I say, I just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on with scraps. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care of yourselves.